Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Rome 2 Roman Empire campaign. So this is the third episode involving our war with Carthage, and the second where we've begun our campaign into Africa. And we'll continue that today, taking more of the territory Carthage has sort of built up down here, as well as their vassal state Libya as well. So I've gone ahead and taken the liberty of advancing the turn between episodes. We finished at the pretty much like natural end of the last turn, so I've, figured why not just go ahead and get that over with before I started recording. So, between turns, we have an increase in rank from one of our veterans or champions. We've also got our research finishing. Populace is inspired in Cisalpina, and some buildings are finished. Great. So, let's see about buildings and whatnot first, and then we'll get back to our armies. So this is the province that has increased in public order or whatever, up to the next level. And it doesn't look like there's anything immediately pressing. The culture is definitely trending in our favor, so bumping this up is unnecessary, at least at the moment. All of these are, moderately upgraded as well. So if we move south a bit, we have a couple more options. We could upgrade this farm, but otherwise everything else I think is built up enough. Down here, I think there's another farm worth upgrading. Let's do that at least. And this is temporary, so I'm not going to upgrade it beyond this probably, because it's only there right now to help stem this, and it looks like it was enough to flip that in our favor, so that's good. Now that might change, but for now, I don't want to invest a bunch in a building that ultimately is going to get torn down as soon as Syracuse ceases to exist. And Lilibam is part of that. How is this legion doing? Pretty good. It looks like there's 3 units that still need to recover a bit, but otherwise they're almost ready to march again. And I think this is the one with the champion that's leveled up. So let's get him to tier 2 of Siege Expert, as I've been focusing on for my champions. And let's grab a new research project as well. So we could get a little bit of upgrade for our ships, which I'm not super concerned about. I'm not really worried about that either. Let's see. Additional missile damage for all land units, excluding siege weapons. That could be very useful. Being able to pour boiling oil on enemies trying to besiege us would be very useful. Though, that's not very historically accurate. Oil is actually a very valuable commodity, especially in ancient times. And so they would not have wasted it, pouring it on their enemies. Generally what they did was they would get like very hot sand, like effectively boiling sand, because sand is a lot less useful as a commodity, but can burn people equally as bad. And they had other things as well. But yeah, typically oil was not used. That was more of a movie thing. But this could be useful, more so for the blacksmith upgrade. Is that the one we need up here? Let's see. So, you guys. No, we need the field engineer's workshop, not the blacksmith. Though blacksmith could be useful. So maybe I will do that anyway. The alternative is additional ammunition for our siege defenses and faster shot rate. Also a shield maker for better armor. Or we could jump in here. Let's actually knock this out. We haven't even started on economy yet. Okay, so we'll do that. And I guess we'll see where we go from there. We might knock some of these out too. Okay, so this legion is meant to just hang out there, so we'll leave them alone. These guys are almost ready to march. These guys are ready to march. Well, with the exception of you, but I'm just gonna go with it. So Thapsus, I think, is our next target. Nobody, as far as we're aware, is marching on us from the west. It doesn't look like there's even an army out here. There was briefly in this settlement, Let's make sure they're not marching back in this direction. As far as I can tell, they are not. So, they must have gone west as well. For all we know, Carthage could be very busy up in Hispania. It looks like they are fighting several wars. The Gaetuli are one of their enemies, and that's these guys here. So it looks like they are fighting with another African faction. This faction we've not yet discovered, the Celtici, but I think they are Iberian, so they're probably one of these. And so I imagine they have a lot going on, and then slaves, which everybody's at war with. So yeah, I think they've got their hands full out west, which is why we haven't really seen much of them. We've seen plenty of the Libyans, but only very brief instances of Carthage. And I've been pretty surprised with that. Are you guys willing to trade yet? No. Athens.
I am honored to greet such an
Nothing
ambassador
doing
of
there.
such worthy people.
Nope, okay, no military
You
access
serve
either.
your people well, but you
I don't think I
cannot
really
alter
care about
my
anything else
opinion in
then.
this matter.
Just trade agreements, really. Everybody else I kind of plan to conquer or something of that nature. I'm going to put you back into steal food stance if you're just going to sit there. Okay, so how do we want to deal with Thapsus? I'm thinking we sail... Well, I think we need to march the army in first. So we'll besiege Thapsus, then we'll sail the navy in. Unfortunately, with the way that reinforcements work in this game, I think they'll deploy too slow in the siege battle to be of much help. In terms of like, because these guys are, you know, in transport ships right now. So what would be great if I could pull off is have these guys engage them while they're still on their boats and sink several of them. Now, that's not going to work because... Can I put you in? Perfect. It's not going to work because they're going to deploy later than everybody else. But we can still try. It's just probably not going to play out as I would like it to. So, this is a very winnable battle. I could just starve them out in a single turn, though. Let's see. They've got... what, like 30, almost 3,800 roughly, and it looks like, what's the garrison army? Okay, the garrison army is pretty crap, but this army here could hold their own, if only because, you know, hoplites in narrow streets in a town is going to be difficult to unseat. But if we could flank them out in the field, that would work to our favor. So I think what I'll do, I'll leave it encircled. They'll either have to attack me, or they basically forfeit the town. So I think that makes the most sense. As much as I'd like to just attack it for the big epic battle, the AI doesn't do well defending settlements, really. So if we can force them into a field battle, it should be a more interesting fight. Or, again, if they don't do anything, then we just win by attrition. Corsica and Sardinia could use some upgrades. So that is, I believe, what I need in order to get the fancy cavalry I want. Yeah. So we could upgrade that. Could also upgrade this to fountains. Sure, why not? And apparently that's all my money. Did I need to spend that somewhere else, though? I didn't really bother to check this, did I? So we're getting very influential here. We have minus 11. Already secured. You can't afford this, but that's fine. And already secured. Okay, so the one that I would use it for, we've already used it too recently, so it doesn't matter. I think that's about it then. How are you guys doing? You need some ranged units, don't you? I'll get you 2 because that's all I can afford. And that's probably it. So, it looks like we're waiting. Luckily, this campaign in Africa lets us kind of completely ignore winter. And next turn, I think you guys will be ready to deploy. At least I hope you will. Though I think it would be fine, because if they're going to Carthage and marching like west, for example, they will be in friendly territory long enough that they should be able to replenish a little bit more. Alright, let's advance. Alright, so they decided to attack my navy. I'm going to have my navy retreat. Even though we could probably take down a lot of them, I'd rather just not risk it. Okay, looks like the other champion has leveled up. And our patrician, one of them, anyway. Can you guys get back in there, please? We'll continue that blockade just for some extra support for the Legion. If they don't do anything this turn, it becomes ours. Or maybe not. I don't know. It says one turn, but it said one turn last time. So let's see. You're already at rank 3 there. The one I talked about doing next was Centurion. There's a nice little reference to HBO's Rome in there as well. This is going to give us +3 melee attack skill for heavy infantry. +3 melee defense skill. +3% for heavy infantry. And +3 morale for heavy infantry. Which I believe... there we go. Nope, this one. That's basically, like, you guys are considered heavy infantry, I think. I wish it said it somewhere more obvious. No, it's not going to tell me. It should tell us somewhere. So very heavy infantry. I wonder if it counts for everything above heavy, or if it's just heavy specifically. So these guys are very heavy. You are very heavy. You are medium. Don't really care what the mercenaries are because they're just a stopgap right now. So I don't know if that benefits us, actually, because it specifically says all heavy infantry. So that might only mean things that qualify specifically as heavy. It could mean anything heavy, very heavy, whatever, but I don't know for sure. That's not going to help us. Local province while deployed, but he has to be deployed. These are more things that you would want to use when the agent is operating solo. This actually would help though. So authority, melee attack skill for the parent armies. Oh, just the commander unit. What about harasser? No, that's something again you would deploy him for. No, okay, so that's going to lower morale, but increase campaign movement range. Let's try this. What I'm going to do first, though, is look at, say, like a Principe. Okay, so this unit here, melee attack is 56, melee defense is 61. And that was the 4th guy, just to be sure that, you know, veteran seed doesn't have any effect here. So if we take this, did any of that change? It did. It did. It increased both of them by 2. So I will gladly continue to level that then. I'm glad that it works for very heavy too. So we'll continue that siege. We have some more money to play with. I don't recall why I was making this a, I guess for the garrison, I don't know. Over here, there's a lot of upgrades to potentially be had. I guess let's grab that so that we can start recruiting the cavalry that we wanted. Though I feel like we had that going somewhere else too. Ah, right here. Maybe I should just focus on it there then and save this money. What about you guys? I'm trying to turn Cisalpina into sort of our recruitment hub, because as we go on conquest to other, you know, parts of the world, if we are conquering like Spain or Gaul or Germania or Illyria, this, you know, kind of connects us to all those different territories, and so it makes sense for the legions to be deploying out of there. But for now, there's not really a lot to be done until our growth ticks up high enough to open up some of these buildings. For you guys, I guess we can continue to upgrade this. I think I wanted Praetorian garrison, right? Yeah, I think that's why I was doing this. So let's continue that then. This could get upgraded as well. Yeah, we'll put a farm in there. I think both of these slots are going to be herding grounds, probably. We're just going to load this place up on food. That's looking good so far. Let's throw some money at someone for some loyalty, since I have a little bit left over. So I can secure yours or yours. Wow, you guys both fell off pretty considerably. You were at, like, what, +4 last turn? I guess we'll spend it on them. And that leaves me pretty much broke. Alright, you guys, before I forget, let's deploy you. Do we want to declare war on Syracuse real quick? I think we could win this. Again, if we force them to attack us, the garrison is 6. 2 of those are just a mob, though. And then the other 2 are slingers, which, if you get cavalry in behind them, they are kind of useless. And then 20. So could my 20 beat their 26? Well, I can't attack them this turn anyways, but that would solve some of our problems. Or we redeploy you guys and send you out west into Carthaginian territory. Let's focus on the enemies we've already got first. As much as I'd love to deal with Syracuse right now, we can deal with them later. Nobody's going to come and save them. Okay. Do I want to start marching you a little bit? I think I will. Because it's going to take them a while to get out there. The thing about conquering Africa is everything is very spread out. I'm going to see if I can't satrapy a lot of these factions, though. I'd rather not have to worry about micromanaging every little territory. If I turn them into client states or satrapies, then the AI manages it for me. They just have to give me troops when I decide to levy them and tribute. We have a character that has leveled up. I believe it was either you? Yep, okay. So this will just give us passive additional tax rate. That's probably wise, because a lot of these other ones have like penalties. Parent army. Anything that makes you more effective when deployed. Minus 4% recruitment cost. That would be good on the guy up there, and I guess potentially here too. Let's take this one for now, though. But eventually I think we'll give them that perk. Alright, so sure enough, they've attacked us. We will, of course, fight this. We're not going to retreat. This is an easy victory, but we will fight it on the field. And then next turn, we should be able to just march right into town. Okay, so here's the battle plan. I have my forces split roughly in half. Got this group over here. This one is slightly larger just because this opening has 2 potential paths. The only difference, though, is that I have the mercenary Italian spearmen over here. Otherwise, the troops are the same. And then, of course, the cavalry over here. Wrong way. Cavalry here. They are not going to be joining this force, though. My goal is to basically get the enemy to attack us in this opening, and then those openings over there. Send the cavalry in around this way and deploy them from behind. The issue, of course, is that their ships are going to be landing and flooding the city with hoplites, which is going to make things quite difficult to deal with. So ideally, if we could take most of the city before they deploy, that would be great. One nice thing, though, is they're going to have very little room to actually land ships in here. They've got this little stretch, and then, of course, out there, but that's not in the town, so that won't really help them. And then otherwise they'd have to deploy. I don't think they can deploy anywhere right here. They'd have to go all the way out to there, which again puts them outside of town. So it's pretty much a race to this right here. We'll see how we are able to do, but the ships that we brought are coming in off the edge of the map right now and probably won't be able to intercept these guys. They might be able to harass them from behind, but more than that, I don't really trust them to get anything done here. So let's see, I'm gonna take you two and ask you to start marching in here like so. I'm going to ask you to start marching there. We'll bring everybody else up as well, but they don't need to necessarily follow you all the way in. Something like that would be fine. And if we grab these Triari, you can march them in here. I'll be a little bit more aggressive with the sword infantry over here because... Wait, why did I only get one of them? There we go. Okay, yep, you guys deploy across, and I'm thinking probably you two? Yeah. If I could get you two to follow in behind, and then you guys as well. Okay, and then cavalry. Start swinging out that way. Let's get this rolling. Okay, so they do have some troops up here, but some of them are just mobs, so that's not really going to stop us. Nor will the cavalry if we're sending Triari at them. Looks like they're going to try to slow us down with a single unit of hoplites, but we pretty much will just flood around them. So I'm not that concerned. You guys could hustle, that'd be great. We'll do what we can to knock some of these ships out. Alright, it looks like we're going to be engaging a mob over there. So those Triari will probably just sweep around. But ideally, if we could pin these guys a little bit further forward, that would be nice. And then we can just kind of sweep around behind. But otherwise we're going to be hitting them in the side, which is still okay. It would just be better if we were hitting them in the back. Looks like some of them are moving to engage. Do you want to start dropping some rounds on... Where's their general out here? Who would it be? Hoplites... Let me look for him. Oh right, he won't be out here because he had cavalry in, so he automatically deployed in town. I thought for a second that they had two generals, but no. I always forget that it kind of gives cavalry a free pass. So, what do we want to shoot down then? Probably them. Meanwhile, we have these small raiding ships. These are part of the garrison fleet moving to engage us. We should make sure that both of you are using your flaming shot. I might have you engage them. Well, one of you go after that one. One of you go after this one. You guys can help to a degree. Meanwhile, these ships are going to start swinging out wide this way. You've got your target. You guys have your targets. You are going to try to swing in behind. Okay, sorry about the pause, but a lot of orders to be issuing here. Let's trace this thing, and it looks like they decided to fire there first. Pretty poor attempt, unfortunately. I'd really like to micromanage this naval battle more, but kind of need to worry about this too. So, have we engaged over here yet? No. Come on, Triari. You should be able to just steamroll that group. Let's send 2 sword infantry that way, and if I can, let's try to sneak you guys in. Can you engage those javelin for me? Javelin men. Hold on, what's happening over here? Oh, you guys just kind of ran into them. Right. Go there. All of you turn around or something. Triari should be able to win that. Go after the mob. If you guys can get past and turn around... I thought I had both of you selected, did I not? If you can get past them and turn around, you can start throwing into the back of these hoplites, and you should be able to overwhelm them pretty easily. These are Carthaginian hoplites, so they will last a little bit longer. Cavalry has not deployed yet, and at this point, I don't think I will, because I'd be sending them into just an absolute disaster of a battle with all the spearmen running around. So we need to kind of wait until all the hoplites are pinned down. So I need to get you guys some backup. essentially. So can I squeeze you around that edge and maybe squeeze you around this edge? Come on, push through. You can do it. You can do it. How is this coming? Did they just like engage us straight on? No, it looks like we're basically trading shots. Don't get boarded or rammed for that matter.
Artillery ships ready. Support ships at your command.
I don't know that these guys are very effective ramming ships. I know that this ship, the assault ship, an entire unit has perished. You idiots. They sunk your ship, didn't they? Yeah, this is why I need to like sit there and micro this. Well, of all the things to go down, probably best it was that one. Don't let them ram you. Why are you being so stupid?
Romans ready for duty.
Come on, light them up. That one's gonna get away. I honestly don't care. As long as they don't put up too much more of a fight. Can I get you to ram them, maybe? No? But anyways, as I was saying, I know this ship can essentially one-shot a transport, so I'm going to try to have it do some of that for us. Meanwhile, you guys need to deploy over here. I need you to get in behind them, if you don't mind. You guys can go after these units, though. Feel free to do that. You clowns got way too close, because of course you did. Come this way. Do that. Could you sneak around? Were you able to do that for me at least? No, it looks like they just kind of piled in. Oh well. Not surprised. You guys already won that fight. Okay. Can you advance? What's going on over here? Let's set you up like there. Just a random unit of Principes. Cavalry is breaking, and the general, he already died. Okay. God, so many things to keep track of here. Oh, no, 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 no. What are you doing? I need you to turn hard this way. Are you not going to listen? It's not good that it's not showing my orders. I wonder if my ships are just bugged. It looks like you were successful, though. That ship is down. You're about to get boarded by some hoplites, though, so you might want to just start sailing this way. I'll even have you row hard just so you don't get caught. Oh, maybe that ship's in the way. Okay, you need to turn very hard and get out of there. You're going to have to duck under and ram that thing in the rear. Good throw. Yeah, you need to like sit back there. That's your job. You meanwhile can keep sniping these ships. Boom. Right in the rear. That did not sink it though, as far as I can tell. Peel out this way. Maybe it did. Yeah, they're all jumping ship. Let's have you try to intercept some of these other ones that are waiting to load. That'll be our admiral's job. You meanwhile are going to try to block their landing. Oh crap. Okay, so what the hell's happening here? I need you guys to peel around to the side. If you could join them, that'd be great. Velites, set up here. And I'll have you throw over, I guess. Apparently that unit melted. I was trying to have them come in and support, but it didn't really make a difference. So if all of you could pile in... Do I still have Velites selected? I'm just trying to grab these melee units. Pile in behind. Oh no, there's Libyan hoplites there. How did you guys get caught? Come back here. I will have some Italian spears attack them and give me the Hastati to flank. Our general has fallen? Oh, how did that happen? Oh, because he's eaten a bunch of javelins? But like that unit still has a lot of men in it. Whatever. You're about to go down. Come on. Rohard, I need you moving. Damn it. Yeah, well, he's not part of our family, so I'm not that concerned about it. Could you start messing with some of the transports, please? Where the hell did you end up? I'd like you shooting at the javelin men because they are apparently the biggest threat to us. Are you just stuck? Like, what's your deal? No, they can move. I think this one's stuck. No, they can move too. Okay. I don't know why they weren't taking orders before. These Libyan hoplites are apparently breaking. I'm trying to get the Velites out of there, but one of them has already taken pretty significant losses. Somebody's out of ammunition as well. It looks to be these guys. However, we apparently have already won this fight. Who's attacking who right now? Okay, so those guys are fleeing. Which one of you is out of ammo? The one I have selected. Right. Why don't you pursue them then and just cut them all down? Meanwhile, the enemy has not been able to land really any ships. They landed a couple, but we killed them relatively quickly. You guys are getting way too close for comfort there. I guess you can ram them. Row hard and see how you do. Is that enough to sink them? Suppose we'll find out. Yeah, apparently it was. Okay, then we should be doing that more. Because these guys are completely expendable. Oh, I should have had you ram them. Well, it's not too late for you to ram these guys. Let's see if you can get around quick enough. I don't think they're going to make it, so go after this one. Come on, go, go, go. Ah, crap. They're going to take too long. Alright, now then, you guys are all done over here. I'd like you to come join us in this location. I'd also like to start greeting them with a very warm welcome. So let's take these Triari. I'll take all three of them. And if you could just line up right here, that would be great. I'll grab these Principes and have you join them, maybe on like a flank. I don't know. I can't seem to get you in there. Sure, that works. And then, do I have any Velites with ammo? Yes. I would like for you guys to set up right here and just harass the hell out of them. Okay, that's another transport down. Can you get moving again? Turn around, turn around. Ram, ram, ram. I need you ramming. So far, the Navy has earned its keep. This is exactly what I was hoping to do, but what I was worried wasn't going to be possible because of the fact that the transports were deploying ahead of us. That did not sink them, unfortunately. Let's see, I need you ramming. Sometimes it won't give me, let's go toggle melee mode. It seemed to be a lot more useful doing that. Come on, direct hit. You guys are not very good at your job. Keep moving in there. What's happening back here? Alright, the Triari have engaged a unit of Libyan hoplites. I will have these Principes flank them, because all the other Triari are going to get stuck. Who's fleeing? You guys? Oh, yeah, their javelin men do a number on us when they get too close. Come on, row harder. Why did you stop? Sink them. Do it. They're routing, and they did not sink this thing. Try it again. Just suicide ram. That's all I really care about at this point. If you can take some of them down, great. If not, oh well. You could be ramming ships too. Actually, go after these guys. They think they're going to land, and we are not going to allow it. You know what? Go here. They're probably going to make it before you get there. That ship's down. Now, if you would divert your attention there for me, that'd be great. I think they're all going to make it aboard. So, battle's almost over, but we've still got to clean up. They're routing already. Okay. Triari, I wanted you to deploy along the shore. Something like that. There we go. Double time it. Principes, I want you right behind them supporting. You guys can join them over here, I guess. I don't know. Running out of space to deploy armies at this point. But that's 2 more units of hoplites. You need to row a little bit harder there. That's 1 down. You apparently didn't get that one, so you might need to come help, I guess. Not a whole lot else to be done. Can you get in there? I don't think they can. I think that ship's in the way, but we'll try. Who's throwing at us? Are these guys still throwing? Sometimes I think you can see like sharks. No, I might be thinking of a different game. But you see them drowning, which is still pretty brutal. Get in there, get in there. These guys are going to follow up that ram. I think they all broke as soon as they landed. If they even managed to land. So I think this is pretty much over with the exception of the ship here. Got it. That's the battle. No point in continuing. Nothing that survived is going to be able to make it out of the town, so this is over. Decisive victory, sweet. So, yes, unfortunately, one of our characters died. Not part of our family. I believe he was... oh, yeah, part of the Papiria family. So, Lucius Papirius Cursor. Pretty solid admiral for us. So, unfortunately, yes, he died. Though his little fleet here did perform pretty admirably. So, I think more than half of this stack was killed out at sea. Only like 6 or 7 units of hoplites actually made it ashore. Everybody else died in their boats, sinking to a watery grave. So we did wipe these guys out to a man. I will go ahead and occupy this territory. Actually, let's look at how his navy did. So, wow. Not great, ultimately. The enemy transport javelins were probably the deadliest thing to us because there's a lot more of them on a ship than there are for these little guys. So they were able to basically just, you know, obliterate us with a hail of javelins. Only 4 units survived. And so we'll need to get a new general, or sorry, a new admiral and replace some of these guys, which they are expendable. It's not that big a deal. As long as we keep the artillery ship and these 2, we're okay. Alright, so we need a new admiral. Not admirable, a new admiral. Is there one that I don't have to pay for? I could put my son-in-law, one of our son-in-laws, in charge. Or give it to one of the Scipio family. Let's give it to him. Do I want to do one of these? It is a lot more expensive, but I have the money to do it right now. Let's see. Ship speed. It is slow. But I feel like ranged ships do have a lot of power in this game. Let's try it. Let's try it. Alright, so trying to take advantage of our attrition from that last battle, the Libyan Navy has moved in to attack us. We're going to retreat and try to avoid contact with them for the time being. Oh, look at you, sailing all the way back home. That was one of the most intelligent retreats I've ever seen in this game. Cool, triumph. So who's this for? Marcus Junius Brutus. Okay, that is the older brother, but not the dictator. This man has shown unfaltering devotion to Rome. He's a true Roman hero. We honor him and celebrate his glorious victories. So Wherever he is, we get +4 public order per turn, but he's in Africa right now, so it's not super helpful. I think our navy is going to have to sit out for a little bit. Are you guys actually docked? No. Let's make sure you're docked. But anyways, a lot of times when I retreat, the army retreats somewhere really stupid that gets them like caught, or you know, retreats like into enemy territory when they should be fleeing home. That was as good a retreat as I could have asked for. So let's grab more of you. I think we lost like what, 4, so let's take 4 more. Well, I'll take 3 more since I can get that this turn. But that's fine by me. Though I might take some firepot biremes at some point as well. And these are fairly inexpensive too. I don't even necessarily care about their boarding ability. It's just that they're cheap ramming ships as far as I'm concerned. Okay. So we have money. A lot of it. Let's see about spending it. Up here, if it'll allow me. Do I want to get Medlon to tier 3? It's going to take up most of the funds, but it'll help with growth, which is something we do need. Food will be a problem, though. That's going to take them to a -1. I guess that's okay. I don't mind running a deficit in a province for a little while, so long as the faction has plenty left over. But ideally, I'd like every province to be self-sufficient. So we'll do that. Not a whole lot to be done down there. That's the same province. Over here, this could get upgraded, but I'm not in a hurry for it. And this should be upgraded as well. Let's see if we need to spend that money on securing loyalty before we do that, though. Doesn't look like I'm able to, other than here, actually. Which might be wise. Yeah, we can wait a turn to upgrade that. That's okay. Okay, we need new technology as well. Do we want to go here? Wealth from agriculture could be a good idea because we have a lot of farms. Wealth from commerce and trade agreements also wouldn't be bad. These aren't super useful, however. Though we will need this if we want to improve our farms beyond tier 2. Otherwise, it's probably this or this. I guess let's just knock some of these out of the way. So we'll grab that one first. We can kind of ignore that for a little while. The 2% is honestly nothing to really concern ourselves with. But if we want a wine trader, we will need to research this. And I think we are going to want a wine trader. At least in one location, if not a couple. Okay, so you guys are training up troops. We'll have you continue marching, though forced march is probably not wise. Well, let's see. Where is... I think we have to force march. It'll save us a turn. So that's the extent of this turn's movement, and then the red is next turn's. If we force march, I think we end up somewhere... Okay, so if we drag that out... Yeah, we can definitely attack next turn. Obviously not in force march, but that should put us close enough to switch dances to regular and attack. So let's force march out into enemy territory. We have the spy, making sure that nobody's going to ambush us. Okay, so nothing around. Let's have her scoot out a little bit past. And if we can find the enemy army that was hanging out over here, we can sabotage them. Otherwise, it looks like we're in the clear. Okay. Easy enough. So that gives us 2 provinces now. Ah, we didn't upgrade or convert Thapsus at all. I am probably going to dismantle a tier of this. I think I'd rather have it tier 2 for right now, because that is going to require a lot of food. This will probably get converted to... I don't know. Probably just the civil one, because it gives you more growth and a little bit of public order. Oh, same growth, but public order. That's what it was. Don't have the money for that now, though, and then this is going to get knocked down and turned into a farm. Otherwise, I think that's it. Oh, I should look at the Legion, though. So, how are you guys doing? Pretty well, actually. These Velites got a little bit chewed up because those hoplites caught them when I wasn't paying attention. Or, I was paying attention just to something else. And the Italian spearmen got a little bit beat up, but I'm honestly not that concerned about them. They're very much expendable. Ah, I think we have a new potential trade partner here. So, that's not you guys. There's the Gatuli. I'd like to start trade with them.
Welcome.
They're even willing to pay me for it. Can I turn you into a client state? No. We'll demand 1,000. Oh wow, okay, 2,000. Looks like they'll accept it. No.
Our merchants are welcome
I
across
want
all the
money
world
from
for
you.
the wealth they bring. Why should your
So
merchants be any different?
I wish the game would let me type in a value. I'd ask for like 1,500. Doesn't look like they're willing to give me 2,000. I'll try it again. No. Okay.
Your
So it's
ideas
got to be
are
1,000.
undoubtedly golden within your
Still better
heart
than
and
nothing.
head. But in my ear,
But I could have gotten
I am
1,500 out of them
humbled
if the
by
game would
your
have allowed it.
honorable words. I
Okay,
accept.
so we're trading with them. I don't know if I want to just conquer this whole thing or if I'd like to try to turn them into a satrapy and then let them conquer this and just have them rule all that for me. There's the Garamantians. I'll probably just leave them with that whole province that they have now, but I will
Come,
try to
my
turn them into a
friend,
satrapy as well.
speak. We are men of words,
So let's see.
and so
I'll offer
serve
them
our
trade.
peoples with honor.
I will ask that they pay me as well. You know what? Can I turn that into... I probably need to wait until I have more money. Like maybe next turn. But since they want the trade and they want money, I might be able to just buy their client state status rather than having to like attack them for it. I suppose we'll see. But yeah, I'd like to make them a satrapy as well. I guess let's wait a turn and see if I can't do it next time with a little bit more cash. But that's all that's new for now. And the nice benefit of that, making them a satrapy, is that I can levy troops from them directly rather than having to do it through the auxiliary barracks. Which means that I get their actual troops and not like an auxiliary version of them. I'm going to save this money. I could invest in... No, I don't have enough to do that. So it's probably not wise to spend it there or spend it anywhere else. That'll give me 6,600 next turn that I can maybe put toward client state status for somebody. Okay, let's advance. So the Gatuli have offered me a non-aggression pact. Since they won it so much, and they're not willing to, or they are willing to pay me for it, but I think I'm going to use this in the same way that I'm planning to use the trade agreement with the Garamantians. So I'll offer it to them. Oh, actually, I don't know if I can with the satrapy thing, too. Let's ask for some money, then. So I'll demand another 1,000. Okay, maybe not. So we have another need for cavalry, apparently. I don't really care, if I'm being honest. I'll take training again. Another child is born. To whom, though? We'll have to see. Spurius Volagnius Nero. So who had the child? Pontia and Decimus Agricola did. Okay. Cool. The family continues to grow. I wonder if they have children. It's not going to let me see their family tree, though. Though I think it would show up in here, wouldn't it? I don't remember. I haven't played a lot of Rome 2 since the update with the family tree stuff. So, I would think that, you know, like we have children here in our family tree. If they had a child, it would just show up next to them. These guys aren't married, so they're not going to have any children. But our family's growing at least. And apparently they found somebody else to join this house, so this house isn't empty again. They really don't like us, though. A lot of these people don't. I can secure your loyalty. That's it. Let's do it. before I end up spending everything somewhere else. We actually got a bunch of money from something interesting. Okay, diplomacy. How much money will it take to make you my client? Or satrapy is actually what I'm going for here.
Full attention.
So low.
My ears
But
await
I'll
your
offer
words,
you military
us willing
access,
slaves.
which you don't particularly care about. Okay, so satrapy. And again, how much money is this going to take? We'll offer 5,000. Still low. How about... Oh, that's all they have. Okay, I'll just put down everything I have. Moderate. So all my money for one turn could turn them into a satrapy. Potentially. Still rejected, so I need a little bit more than that.
Would be yours if friendship is purchased. We
Let's
hold you
see.
in much
Let's see.
higher
Let's see. I
regard.
don't think there's anything else I can really do. Because the non-aggression pact kind of voids. Well, I guess what I can do is demand some money for this. No, I can only get like
Your
500 for
generous
that.
nature
But that
does
might
your
be enough to
people
make a
credit.
difference.
But really,
for the
such
other
a
deal.
thing is not.
Okay, so that gives me 500 more to work with.
And the gods have granted you generosity
Military
and
access,
abundance. I agree
moderate.
to all.
So let's try it now with the extra 500. Still low. Interesting. So it went away. Or the ability to trade for it lowered. Maybe because of the non-aggression pact? Did that actually hurt us? Huh. Well, that's a bummer. And then we have the Garamantians, who I guess we can try with them right now. I'm not going to give them a non-aggression pact if that's the case, though.
To deliver a profitable message.
Let's see, low, and then how much money is this going to require? Still low. Still low. Okay, then let's at least ask for some money here. Okay, we got the trade agreement, an extra 1,000. That'll at least help with our income. I really regret that non-aggression pact now.
Most excellent friend.
So I could cancel it, but that's going to hurt our trustworthiness. So probably not wise. 10,000, is that enough to do it? Still no. Damn. I guess I might have to do it the old-fashioned way. Well, I can maybe trade with you guys again.
You are welcome.
Nope. You still closed off to it
Greetings to
too? Yeah, okay. Well, we tried. Okay, well, I think... I don't know why I tried to rubber band box that. We'll go ahead and begin that. We'll encircle it, and I think that's an auto-resolve if I've ever seen one. So yeah, we'll just auto-resolve this. There's like no chance of losing, or really any reason to, you know, try to improve upon what the AI can do there. Okay, we'll... do I want to occupy this? I don't really want to, if I'm being honest. I could just raise it, but the whole satrapy thing's not working very well with the Gatulians, so I don't know if I can rely on them to join us and then come take this. How much would that give me, though? 1,000? I get more money from looting it. Let's loot it. And then I can just step away and let this navy reclaim it, potentially. Or leave it as bait to sort of direct the attack of the Carthaginians. I think I'm going to go with the extra movement range. So next turn, I'll just vacate it, let them have it. We know that this is not friendly territory, but it's held by the Gatulians, so I don't need to worry about it being attacked. Let's see about down here. There might be an army down here. No. So they've just completely abandoned this territory. There's the Garamantians. We don't know who holds the actual Libyan province. The Libyans don't seem to, but I have no idea for sure. And are you guys ready to march? It looks like you are. They have a small army out here. I don't know if Thapsus can hold their own. I do need to convert this though. So we'll make that a civil settlement. This needs to be upgraded to... It really doesn't matter if I'm being honest. You know what we could do? If it's a farming settlement, I could do that and then a bunch of... Oh, but that's commerce. Damn it. Well, that's going to make me more money. That's going to make me more food. I guess do the harbor, do the civil settlement, and do a farm. Or villa. That's fine. How are you guys looking? Better. I feel like we did have more of these smaller guys, but... Do I want to grab some of these too? I think I will. Let's take at least 2 of them. Yeah, that's okay. How much were you? I'll take 1 of them as well. I am a little bit wary about leaving that unguarded, though. Corrales, what's your garrison look like? 12 men, 2 ships. So if somebody blockades you, we're screwed. But they probably won't be able to take that even with a full stack, especially if I fight the battle. Okay, so I've been just kind of looking around, and I don't think there's anything else I like really want to spend my money on right now. So I'm going to roll it over to the next turn. That's going to give us a ton of cash to play with. And I think I'm going to try again to just keep throwing it at the Garamantians and the Gaetulians and seeing if I can't get them to volunteer for satrapy status. Because I would really, really like to basically just ignore this part of Africa and let them hold it for me. And let me levy their troops. I'll take this little part because these are all ports, so they could be useful for, you know, our navies and stuff sailing around. And then we'll have to see who is holding this and what we want to do about them. But there's of course the Egyptians, and I'm thinking I might want to satrapy them too, because in history that's sort of how the Romans operated with the Egyptians. Is the Egyptians still had their own kings and queens with the Ptolemy dynasty, but obviously they were like subservient to Rome, and so I feel like that would be appropriate here too, and it might allow me to levy some unique units from them, which we wouldn't have access to if we tried to take it and then build an auxiliary camp, because the auxiliary camp only gives us a couple of different options at most. So I think that is where we'll leave it for today. I even checked to see if we could secure any loyalty, and right now we can't. Maybe next turn. But for now, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Rome 2 with you. I feel like our campaign's coming along really, really well. I'm surprised how easy it's been. The Carthaginians have not made things difficult for us, which I was expecting them to do. I think it's due in part to the fact that they are so busy up here with the various Iberian or Celtiberian tribes that they've just had their hands too full. They have a very large navy that's just hanging out right here, but we've yet to see them do anything. There's this smaller navy as well, and then the Libyans had a navy, obviously, that's harassing us a bit, but the Libyans have so far put up a much better fight. Although we've still kind of steamrolled them too. And we're playing on a fairly high difficulty, so I think part of it is just I'm so used to playing Attila, everything else seems easy in comparison. But anyways, more African campaign in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next one.